Hollandwood Manor stood at the edge of town, its crumbling facade a testament to centuries of family history and dark secrets. The sprawling estate had once been a beacon of wealth and power for the Hollandwood family, but over the years, whispers of a curse had cast a shadow over its grand halls and overgrown gardens. The curse was said to have originated with Lady Genevieve Hollandwood, a woman of unparalleled beauty and sharp intellect, whose charm masked a heart consumed by jealousy and ambition. Legend had it that Genevieve had made a pact with a vengeful spirit to secure her family's fortune, sealing their fate for generations to come. As the years passed, tragedy befell the Hollandwood family with each successive generation, a string of untimely deaths, mysterious disappearances, and scandals that tarnished their once pristine reputation. The curse had become a dark specter that haunted the corridors of Hollandwood Manor, its presence palpable in the whispers of the servants and the wary glances of the townspeople. One stormy autumn night, the current heir to Hollandwood Manor, Edward Hollandwood, returned to his ancestral home after years spent abroad. Edward had inherited the estate following the sudden death of his father, the latest victim of the curse that had plagued their family for centuries. As Edward stepped through the imposing oak doors of Hollandwood Manor, he felt a chill run down his spine, a sensation that had nothing to do with the cold draft that swept through the grand foyer. The portraits lining the walls seemed to watch him with accusing eyes, their painted faces frozen in silent judgment. Edward dismissed his unease as he settled into the study, a room filled with leather-bound books and ancient relics that spoke of a time long past. He poured himself a glass of brandy, his thoughts drifting to the family legacy that weighed heavily on his shoulders. That night, Edward dreamed of a shadowy figure, a woman with eyes as black as midnight, her laughter echoing through the corridors of Hollandwood Manor. She beckoned to him from the depths of the estate's labyrinth halls, her voice a seductive whisper that promised power and immortality. When Edward awoke, he found himself drawn to the neglected wing of the manor, a section of the estate that had been sealed off for generations. Curiosity mingled with trepidation as he navigated the cobwebbed corridors and dust-covered furniture, his footsteps echoing in the silence. In a forgotten chamber at the end of a darkened hallway, Edward discovered a hidden door, a portal to a secret chamber that had remained undisturbed for centuries. The air was thick with the scent of age and decay as he stepped into the chamber, his flashlight casting long shadows along the stone walls. There, among the relics of a bygone era, Edward uncovered a journal, a leather-bound tome that chronicled the life and deeds of Lady Genevieve Hollandwood. The pages were yellowed with age, the ink faded but legible in the dim light. As Edward read, he learned of Genevieve's pact with the vengeful spirit, a bargain struck in desperation to save her family from ruin. But the spirit's price had been steep, demanding a sacrifice that would bind the Hollandwood lineage to an eternity of suffering and despair. Edward's hands trembled as he turned the pages, each entry revealing more of the curse's malevolent influence on his ancestors. Tales of madness and obsession, of forbidden rituals performed under the cover of night, and of whispers that echoed through Hollandwood Manor like a sinister incantation. Suddenly, Edward became aware of a presence in the chamber, a cold breath on the back of his neck, a whisper in his ear that sent a shiver down his spine. He turned to find the shadowy figure from his dreams standing before him, a woman with eyes as black as midnight, her form flickering like a dying lamp. "Edward Hollandwood," she whispered, her voice a haunting melody that echoed through the chamber. "You have awakened the curse that binds your family to darkness." Edward's heart raced as he confronted the specter before him, his mind reeling with fear and disbelief. He knew that the stories of the curse were true, that the spirit of Lady Genevieve Hollandwood still lingered within the walls of Hollandwood Manor, her thirst for vengeance as strong as ever. But Edward was determined to break the curse, to unravel the mystery that had plagued his family for generations. With newfound resolve, he delved deeper into the secrets hidden within the manor, piecing together fragments of ancient lore and long-forgotten rituals that promised to undo the curse's hold. Days turned into weeks as Edward immersed himself in his quest for redemption, his determination fueled by the weight of his family's legacy and the specter of Lady Genevieve's malevolent presence. He consulted old tombs and sought the counsel of local historians, piecing together a plan that he hoped would finally free Hollandwood Manor from its haunted past. One moonlit night, Edward stood before the sealed portal to the hidden chamber. the heart of the curse that had plagued his family for centuries. Armed with the knowledge and conviction, he performed the ritual, a delicate dance of incantations and symbols drawn from forgotten texts. The air crackled with energy as Edward chanted the ancient words, his voice rising in crescendo with each syllable. Shadows danced along the walls, their forms twisting and writhing as if caught in the throes of a long-awaited release. And then, in a blinding flash of light, the curse was broken. A surge of power that swept through Hollandwood Manor, dispelling the darkness that had held sway for so long. The spirit of Lady Genevieve Hollandwood vanished into the ether, her vengeful presence finally laid to rest. As dawn broke over Hollandwood Manor, Edward stood in the courtyard, his eyes drawn to the first rays of sunlight that bathed the estate in a golden glow. The air was crisp and clear, the lingering chill of the curse replaced by a sense of peace and renewal. With the curse lifted, Hollandwood Manor began to thrive once more, a beacon of hope and resilience against the shadows of its haunted past. Edward knew that the journey to break the curse had been fraught with danger and uncertainty, but it had also brought him closer to understanding the true power of family and forgiveness. As he looked out at the sprawling estate that had been his family's legacy for generations, Edward vowed to honor their memory, to ensure that Hollandwood Manor would never again fall victim to the darkness that had nearly consumed it.